Welcome to the Psychology Pub. Today we will be discussing 8 mind games narcissists play to manipulate you. Ever felt like you're trapped in a psychological maze within your own relationship? You're not alone. Dive into the cunning world of narcissistic manipulation with us, where reality twists and affection turns into a weapon. Let's unravel these mind games together. 1. Gaslighting. Imagine a situation where you're absolutely certain of a conversation that happened last week where hurtful words were exchanged. Yet, when you bring it up, your partner denies it with such conviction that you start to question your own memory. That never happened. Are you sure you're not confusing me with someone else? They say, brushing off your concerns. Over time, this pattern repeats with various details and events, large and small. The constant questioning of your reality leads to a profound sense of unease and mistrust in your own perceptions, a classic sign of gaslighting. This tactic isn't just about winning an argument, it's about undermining your trust in your senses and memories, making the narcissist the arbiter of what's real and what isn't. Before moving on to the next point, subscribe, comment, and like this video to support the channel. 2. Love bombing. Reflect on the early days of a relationship that now feels like a roller coaster. It began with an overwhelming display of affection, constant texts, calls, gifts, and declarations of love. Your partner seemed like the soulmate you'd been waiting for, promising a future filled with happiness and understanding. But as quickly as this love appeared, it started to wane, leaving you in a constant state of longing for those intense early days. This sudden shift from adoration to indifference is a manipulative strategy designed to create a powerful emotional dependency. The narcissist uses love bombing to draw you in and create a strong attachment, only to withdraw their affection once they're sure of your emotional investment, leaving you craving their validation and approval. 3. The silent treatment. Consider the cold aftermath of a disagreement that seemed minor to you. Your partner's response, however, was to cut off all communication, no replies to your messages, no acknowledgement of your presence, as if you were speaking into a void. This silence stretches on, turning hours into days, leaving you feeling isolated and desperate for any sign of affection. This form of emotional punishment is a calculated move to instill fear and submission, teaching you that any deviation from their expectations will be met with severe emotional withdrawal. It's a tactic that not only punishes but also conditions you to avoid bringing up issues or asserting your needs, reinforcing a dynamic where their desires dominate the relationship. 4. Triangulation. Now, imagine your partner frequently brings up a coworker, praising their competence and easygoing nature, especially in ways that highlight your supposed shortcomings. Why can't you be more like them, they might say, sowing seeds of insecurity and jealousy. This isn't casual conversation. It's a deliberate tactic known as triangulation, where the narcissist uses a third party to exert control and foster insecurity. By comparing you unfavorably to someone else, they not only undermine your self-esteem, but also create a sense of competition for their affection, further entrenching their position of power in the relationship. 5. Future faking. Envision being swept up in plans for a future that seems both bright and attainable. Your partner talks of travels, shared homes, and a life filled with adventure and togetherness. Yet, as time passes, none of these plans come to fruition. This tactic, known as future faking, is designed to keep you tethered to the relationship with hope, even as the present becomes increasingly dissatisfying. By painting a compelling picture of what could be, the narcissist ensures your focus remains on the potential of the relationship rather than its reality, leading you to overlook current issues and discrepancies between their words and actions. 6. Hoovering. Just as you start to regain your independence after a breakup, your ex-partner reappears, claiming they've changed and reminiscing about the good times you shared. This sudden reappearance and apparent vulnerability may make you question your decision to leave. This tactic, known as hoovering, is not about genuine reconciliation, but about reasserting control over you. It's a manipulative effort to exploit your vulnerabilities, pulling you back into the cycle of the relationship just as you begin to move on. 7. Projection. Imagine every time your partner is caught in a questionable act, they turn the accusation around on you. If they've been unfaithful, suddenly you're the one accused of infidelity. This isn't just deflection, it's a psychological tactic called projection, where the narcissist offloads their own insecurities and wrongdoings onto you. This relentless blame shifting serves to keep you on the defensive, focusing your energy on disproving their accusations rather than addressing their behavior, thereby diverting attention away from their actions and maintaining their facade of innocence. 8. Moving the goalposts. Visualize striving to meet your partner's demands, only to find that once you've met them, the criteria for success mysteriously shift. One moment, they crave more independence. The next, they lament your lack of attention. This ever-changing landscape of expectations is a tactic designed to keep you perpetually off balance, ensuring that your focus remains on attempting to please them. It reinforces a dynamic where the narcissist's needs are paramount and your own desires and well-being are perpetually sidelined. The constant moving of goalposts is a strategy not just for control but also for ensuring that the narcissist remains the perpetual center of your universe, with your efforts focused on navigating their shifting desires. 9. Overwhelm and conquer. Think about times when your partner has bombarded you with demands, criticisms, or emotional outbursts all at once, leaving you overwhelmed and unable to process or respond effectively. This tactic, akin to psychological warfare, is designed to wear you down until you have little energy left to question or resist their control. By overwhelming you with a barrage of issues and emotions, the narcissist ensures that you're too exhausted to maintain your boundaries or pursue your own needs, making it easier for them to assert their dominance and control. 10. The illusion of perfection. Lastly, consider how your partner might present themselves as the epitome of perfection and expect you to live up to this unrealistic standard. They curate a public image of the ideal partner or family, often using social media to reinforce this facade. Behind closed doors, however, the story is very different. This discrepancy between public image and private reality is a manipulation tactic designed to isolate you further. It creates a situation where seeking help or exposing the truth feels impossible, as outsiders are likely to dismiss your experiences in favor of the flawless image the narcissist has projected. The illusion of perfection traps you in a cycle where your reality is invalidated not only by the narcissist, but also by the disbelief of those who only see the facade. Recognizing these tactics for what they are, tools of manipulation, can be empowering. It's a vital step toward reclaiming your autonomy and mental well-being. Remember, while these scenarios may resonate, they also serve as signposts guiding you away from toxic dynamics and toward healthier, more supportive relationships. Prioritizing your mental health, seeking support, and establishing boundaries are crucial steps on the path to recovery and self-rediscovery.